It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Friday. We made it to Friday. I know it's been a long week of weather for some folks.
A lot of cleaning up to do for some of us.
Yeah, I think that's true. So we made it to Friday. Let's give you some news, and it is weather-related to start. We know now it was an EF1 tornado that caused damage in the area of Aurora and Monette this week. It hit at about 4:30 Wednesday on the ground for 11 miles, long way, with winds of 95 miles per hour. It knocked out power to the area, including to Cox Hospital in Monette. So they were on generators. It knocked a semi off the road, destroyed a barn, and caused damage to some other homes and outbuildings along the way. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Could have been a lot worse because that was a rough day of weather. 4 people, including 2 students, suffered injuries in a crash that involved a school bus and a semi. That happened yesterday morning in Miller on State Highway 96. The bus was turning left onto a farm road when it was hit by the semi knocked onto its side. The students, along with the bus driver and the semi driver, all suffered, fortunately, just minor injuries. But man, anytime a school bus is involved in a crash, it's scary, and a semi as well.
Yeah,
semi
when you hear the word
damage.
semi also involved.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Governor Mike Parson is trying to kick Planned Parenthood off the state's Medicaid program, trying to stop taxpayer dollars from supplying funding for an organization that in some states perform abortion. Right now, a state law in Missouri prohibits most abortions. That is already in effect, but defunding efforts have so far been repeatedly denied in the courts. Abortion supporters say the effort to stop funding for Planned Parenthood, though, will also obstruct access to birth control, cancer screenings, STI testing, and more. Arkansas, Mississippi, and Texas have already stopped government funding of Planned Parenthood. So again, Missouri could also join that list with his signature. We'll see. Springfield city leaders say they don't plan to create a new X account, formerly known as Twitter, although they are trying to recover their other one that was hacked, basically recently compromised. From now on, you can follow the city's government coverage of city council meetings, etc., on Facebook instead. The city of Springfield also is on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Nextdoor.
Yeah, that's wild that somehow they lost control of their Twitter account. You don't hear that very often, but there you go. Springfield-based Convoy of Hope is now also responding in Tennessee after a tornado hit the small town of Columbia. Busy week. With that, in the last 15 days, Convoy has responded to disasters and crises in 7 states, 22 communities, and has delivered already more than 500,000 pounds of relief supplies in the last 15 days. It's been a very busy couple of weeks of severe weather, some of that right here in the Ozarks. A Springfield real estate agent is running for the State House of Representatives. Bernadine McAfee will appear on the Republican primary ballot on August 6th. McAfee's focus, government transparency, economic development, and public safety. She's running for the 132nd district, currently held by Democrat Crystal Quaid, who we now know is running for governor. Democrat Jeremy Dean and Republican Stephanos Freeman are also seeking that seat. And Bernadine is my former producer at KY3's mother. So I know her, and I certainly know her daughter, Kate, very well.
Yeah, it's funny. All right. Drury University and Mission University, formerly called Baptist Bible College. I forget that it's Mission University now. So this is like solidifying that for me in my mind. Drury and Mission teaming up to try to turn out some good engineering students. Through a new deal this fall, Mission University students can study engineering through Drury's new program. The idea is to shorten Mission students' time until graduation once they transfer to Drury. Drury is opening the Department of Engineering, as we've told you, with bachelor's degrees in electrical and mechanical engineering.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I know.
New partnership.
I like it.
Yeah.
The parking lot at the Springfield Branson National Airport, that is often full, is going to be resurfaced. So it's about 10 years since it's been resurfaced. So they say it is time. You might want to build in some extra time for parking because, as you know, it often really is full. And sometimes you have to park way out. And with this, there will be fewer spots. The work is going to start in the short-term parking lot, meaning everyone will have to park in the long-term lot for now. So be prepared for that. Five Below, the store that my girls love. Five Below. Maybe you've been.
Yeah.
They are opening a new store in North Springfield on North Kansas Expressway, set to open June 7th. It's going to be in the spot where Buffalo Wild Wings used to be. I did not know.
I didn't
know that they weren't there anymore, but
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Not in that neck of the woods very often, but I like Buffalo Wild Wings.
I do too, but yeah, I'm not up that way much on Kansas Expressway side, at least. All right. The charged lemonade at Panera Bread is going away. It has been linked via lawsuit to 2 deaths. Again, via lawsuit. So that's still playing out in court, but this move comes as Panera is going to revamp its menu to offer what they call low caffeine and low sugar options.
It's going to go the complete opposite direction.
The complete opposite direction. 100% the opposite direction.
Yeah, there was a lot of caffeine in those drinks, right? I mean, it was.
But there's a lot of caffeine in a lot of drinks. You know? I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if the amounts are equivalent, but maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, obviously the 2 deaths, the lawsuits, I'm sure have something to do with it, although they do have a warning label on the door. And then also when you order. So this Saturday, 14 Mill Market in Nixa, which is a fun little spot, is having a spring market. It's from noon to 5. There will be local vendors, live music, and some pretty delicious specials from the food vendors there at 14 Mill Market.
Okay.
There you go.
Make a whole day of it. That sounds fun.
Good times, yeah.
And if you're wondering what the weather's going to be like, stay tuned to Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather Forecast. If you're listening to the audio, the podcast, you'll have about 30 seconds after us, and then you'll hear Abby's Wake Up Weather Forecast, so you'll know what to expect for the weekend. If not, you can catch the video at aroundtheozarks.com or our Facebook page or wherever you're watching us now.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you back here on Monday morning.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you back.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, May 10th, and we are waking up to temperatures that are pretty comfortable out there across the Ozarks. Morning numbers in the 50s as of 5 o'clock, but we are going to warm things up, and I have a beautiful day ahead. In fact, today, temperatures will be a little bit below average. 70 degrees for the high temperature. Add in some sunshine and a north breeze, and you might even want a long sleeve shirt or a light jacket today. Temperatures slightly cooler than the seasonal average thanks to that cold front and some chilly air lingering behind it. It will be a beautiful afternoon, though, to spend some time outdoors, but we'll spend most of the day in the 60s, which is a little bit cooler for this time of the year. This is setting the stage for some absolutely fantastic weather for our weekend, and we deserve it, don't we? EF1 tornadoes officially coming in from the National Weather Service from the storms that we had the other night for Monette. That storm traveling about 11 miles and then finally lifting near Aurora. Lots of storm damage to clean up in several communities. And now we are finally talking about a little bit of relief from some of that strong to severe weather. So fantastic weekend weather ahead. It's going to be a dry stretch of days and days with really nice temperatures to enjoy. Today is the coolest with a high temp near 70 degrees. I do have that north breeze in the forecast, as I mentioned. I think at about 10 miles an hour through the day, but we can see wind gusts to 20. So it might be a little bit breezy, certainly making it feel a bit cool out, especially this evening and for the mid-morning hours. We are quiet, though, across the center part of the country. Our low pressure system that brought us all the severe storms this week is now way off to the east, and we are enjoying much nicer conditions. A little bit of a cool down today, as I mentioned, but nice conditions ahead for Saturday and Sunday. I think tomorrow we're back into the mid 70s. By Sunday, we should be in the upper 70s. And I think for the most part, the weekend is rain-free. We're definitely rain-free today and tomorrow. By Sunday, I think we're rain-free during the afternoon hours, so you can still enjoy, your barbecues, your Sunday plans, get out and about. It's Sunday night that we start looking at our next chance for rain that returns. Doesn't look like severe weather, which is good news, but this is just kind of that garden variety May rain shower that's in the forecast Sunday night, lasting through much of Monday, and that will have an impact on our temperature again. High temp today, though, 70 degrees. It's going to be beautiful, mostly sunny in the Ozarks. More sunshine on the way for us on Saturday with high temperatures back to about 75. We'll be in the upper 70s on Sunday. I'm thinking more like 78 degrees during the afternoon. And it's late, likely after sunset Sunday night, that the rain chance returns. So the weekend rain-free and beautiful. Make some outdoor plans if you don't have any already. We will see the rain showers increase in coverage by Monday, and that rain and cloud cover will limit the temperature again. We'll fall back into the low 70s by Monday. Good news ahead, though, and a nice stretch of days for us here in the Ozarks. Around the country, not as nice out west. Rain and higher elevation snow still in the forecast for portions of the northern and central Rockies. That's going to be the case through Saturday. We also have showers and thunderstorms over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley this afternoon and evening. But we thankfully are getting a bit of a break from some of the torrential rain and severe weather. We need the days to dry out because we did have just too much water too quickly a little bit with those storms that came through, and the grass has just been growing like crazy. We will get several dry days to get the yard work done over the next couple of afternoons. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question. This is the question that I left you with yesterday. The average American eats about 1.5 pounds of what every year? Do you think it is A, spinach, B, romaine lettuce, C, cabbage, or D, turnip greens? And the answer, now all of these things are pretty light, but it's only 1.5 pounds a year. You've got a long time to eat 1.5 pounds of A, spinach. The average American eats about 1.5 pounds of spinach every single year. Spinach, of course, one of the most nutritious foods that you can eat. So up those numbers this year if you can. I actually think these numbers are kind of opposite for me. I eat a whole lot of spinach and not a lot of the other varieties, but there are a lot of folks eating the other things, I guess. I mean, it's not something I would have thought of, but cabbage, the average American eats 8.6 pounds of cabbage. That seems like a lot of cabbage. I am not buying cabbage that much. By the way, if you thought 8.6 was a lot eaten by Americans, the average Russian eats 44 pounds of cabbage every single year. Isn't that wild? They have a lot more recipes with cabbage than we do, I suppose. And if you were curious about the other categories, romaine lettuce, the average American eats like 12.5 pounds of romaine lettuce. So we like our romaine here in the USA. I don't know about turnip greens. I couldn't find data on that one. I'm going to assume less. I don't know. But A, spinach, 1.5 pounds per year. Congrats if that was your guess. All right, here's the question that I will leave you with and have the answer for on Monday morning. Which is the only state that does not require people to register to vote? Do you think it is A, North Dakota, B, Nevada, C, Oregon, or D, Montana? I will have the answer for you on Monday morning. Make sure you head to the website. It's your chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee every single day. I hope you enjoy your afternoon and your weekend. It is going to be beautiful in the Ozarks, so have a great one. And thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thanks also to our sponsors, Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. And you can find up-to-the-minute weather information all day long throughout the weekend if you just head on over to the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com.